Welcome to the Impactivist Show.
I wanted to make change at a community level without being elected.
I see change moving forward in having these conversations, but not just with me, not just with people of color.
The circumstances of your childhood do not determine who you are as an adult.
I am the face of domestic violence.
The stuff in your life is good. You just don't want to cling to it.
You can walk away from what society says we're supposed to want and have and need and all of those things.
And that's the things that what's so great about people in general is that we can adapt. We just got to be open to change.
I believe that I was left behind for a purpose, to serve.
I saw that my life was a vast, glowing, empty page, and I could do anything I wanted.
Hey, my friends, this is Tom Cotter, and you're listening to The Impactivist Show. This is a podcast that connects you with ideas, habits, and leaders who are making an impact in their community and across the globe. In this podcast, you'll be inspired by their stories and their struggles. You'll learn tips and strategies to enhance your own personal growth, your life, and become the very best version of yourself that you can be. And you'll walk away with a renewed sense of empowerment and motivation to make an impact in your world right where you are. So welcome to the Impactivist Show, where inspiration and ideas collide. Thanks for being here. Hey y'all, it's Tom. Listen, I'm out here in the studio. As you can see, if you're watching this on video, it's been crazy the past few weeks, but I put together a list that I wanted to share with you. You know, if you know me well or if you don't know me well, something you need to know is that there are about 10 core beliefs, like 10 things that really drive everything I do. And those 10 things are really at the center of every decision, every action, every relationship, every meeting, every strategy, literally every conversation that is in my life. And for me, success, the way I define success, is staying aligned, staying true to those 10 things that are that personal, are that valuable, are that important to me. Everything I do needs to go in that direction. And so I wanted to share it with you, and I wanted it for two reasons. Number one, I hope it will inspire you and encourage you, but I also hope that it will maybe inspire you to make your own list. And you'll understand as we get into it. So super, super fast. I know this is a busy time. We're going to kick it off right now. You ready? Here's my top 10. We call it a manifesto. I don't know if there's a better word for that, a declaration, a proclamation, just my 10. Here it is. Number one. Faith. If you know me and you know anything about me as a man of faith, as a family of faith, it boils down to love God and love people. Like, I know there's a whole lot I don't know about faith. And I admit that, but one thing I am committed to is embracing the mystery of that, to learning to walk that journey. That's a big deal. It helps me remember just how big the divine is, the infinite is, and it helps me remember how small and how finite I am. That's good for me, right? That's a humbling thing. It keeps our ego in check, and it's a big part. So number one, faith. Number two, family. My first mission, my first calling, my first job is my family. There are almost 7.8 billion people on the planet, but family comes first. Right? Everybody else has to wait. If I hop online every day, or I go speak, or I work on projects, or I go to a job and I talk about connections and relationship and leadership and all that kind of stuff, and my family is a wreck, then I've failed. So number two is family. Number three, gratitude. You know, every good thing I have, every blessing I enjoy is a gift. Every bad thing that I endure is something that has passed through the divine on its way to me. However you want to look at that, both of those things, I need to give thanks. I need to give thanks for all of it. I need to learn to be grateful for all of it, for the good things, for the hard things, because all of those have made me who I am today in my journey. So gratitude is a huge deal. Number four, integrity. Who you are is always more important than what you produce, right? Keep your promises, be honest, treat people well, love each other well. Integrity is a huge thing. Number five, growth. in an abundant universe, man, there's always something new to learn, to see, to experience, to do, to give. Be curious, be open, never retire. That's a big thing for me. The word retire literally means to draw back. You know, I'm a word nerd. So one of my commitments is I'm never going to retire from an opportunity to grow, never draw back, never retire from growth. That's a big deal. So growth is number 5. Number 6 is relationships. Hey y'all, it's Tom. Listen, I'm jumping in here real quick to tell you that one of the things I'm super passionate about is feeding hungry children who don't have enough to eat this weekend. It's such a big deal. My wife and I started a nonprofit charity called Backpack Friends, where we're feeding thousands of children who otherwise would be going without food while they're not at school. And it's right here in the U.S. We're working hard to make an impact in the lives and communities of those who need it most, and I would love for you to join us in that project. Just go to backpackfriends.com, and for as little as $10 a month, you can be a hero to a hungry child. See, leadership isn't about being in charge. It's about caring for those in your charge. Go to backpackfriends.com to find out how you can be a hero to a child, or just text the number 10 to 512-856-6580 to get started. But now, let's get back to the show. Y'all, life is not about money. It's not about things. It's not about stuff. It's about relationships. It's about friendships and connections. I believe that I am rich in friendships. Like, I drive an old pickup. I'm not rolling up in a Benz and living in a huge house, all that kind of thing. But I'm rich in relationships, because when you genuinely enjoy people and you genuinely enjoy serving them, you learn to love people and use things, not the other way around. Just remember, people are hard to hate close up, so move in. Number 7, passion. Do what you love with excellence and perseverance and enthusiasm. My belief is, if you are not in love with what you do, find something else, right? Don't waste your one and only life on anything less than what you are absolutely passionate about. Number 8, work. Like, work is a real important thing. It's a thing. Use your God-given gifts and your talents and your abilities without reservation, without critique. Just do the reps, man. Just do the work. Strive to be the hardest working person in the room. Go all in 100%, or just don't go, right? It's not about being perfect. It's about being authentic. We have a saying that in our house, that done is better than good. You do what you can as competently as possible. You know, you do whatever you can to the best of your ability, and then you move on, right? You and I have friends, you have friends that are perfectionists, or they say they're perfectionists. They say, well, I don't want to do it unless I can do it right. I think that's a load. I think it's not perfectionism. I think it's fear. I think they're afraid. I don't think anybody legitimately says, well, if I can't be Tiger Woods, I'm not going to play golf, right? If I can't be LeBron or Michael Jordan, I'm not going to play basketball. A crooked house is better than homelessness, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done. Just put in the work and get it done. Number 9, play. If you know me well, you know how much I like to play. If you look behind me, if you're watching this on video, you see a row of guitars, and you don't work a guitar, right? You play a guitar. And as adults, man, we've lost our sense of play. Yet playfulness is what unleashes your creativity. So be creative, learn, grow, explore, experiment. Creativity is the space where thoughts become things, and you can't get there without play. I always say that recreation is recreation. Play is what recharges us. So number 9 is play. Number 10, plant. For me, life is kind of like being a gardener, you know, but you sow seeds every day. You have to be mindful of the seasons. You have to cultivate good soil and plant good seed, and then feed it and water it and nurture what you've planted. You got to fight off predators that come and try to take it away. But remember, man, harvest takes time. It's the long game, right? You can't be fruitful unless you are seedful. Like, we want things to happen. We want to produce things. We want instant success or gratification. But gang, remember, You can't be fruitful unless you are seedful. So number 10 is plant. Now, the bottom line is this. At the end of each day, I ask myself 3 questions. Did I live well? Did I love well? And did I serve well? That's it. Those are my 10. I would love to know what yours are. They may be similar. They may be wildly different. You need to know what they are, and you need to make sure that you're moving your life in the direction that aligns most with those values, right? Don't just wander aimlessly and hope for the best. I'm going to challenge you. Sit down and write them out, because you're going to discover some things about yourself, and you're going to be really glad that you did. And before you go, I would love for you just to leave a comment below. I would like to know what drives you. What's one or two of your core driving beliefs, core driving thoughts? What would you include on this list, or what would you take off of my list? I think that we learn better when we learn together. I think walking together and locking arms with someone in a journey is a beautiful thing. And the more we do that, the better we're all going to be along the way, especially as Impactivists. Man, I love you. I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you have a great week. And I'm going to send out some more things in the coming days, and we will keep this conversation going. Be safe out there. I'll see you soon. Hey y'all, I hope you enjoyed this segment. If you did, will you do me a favor? Could you hit the subscribe button? Could you share this episode with someone who would be encouraged to hear it? Maybe they just need a little boost right now, and you could encourage them. Let them know you're thinking about them and that you thought they might enjoy it. The whole idea behind the Impactivist Show is to spread as much encouragement and empowerment as possible. I mean, let's face it, there's so much negativity and criticism in the world right now. Who couldn't use a little lift? So please, it would mean a lot if you could share and subscribe. Together, we can make a huge impact in the world. Hey, and don't forget to hop over to the Impactivist Facebook group. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a great day, man. I'll see you soon.
Oh my gosh, that was good.